With the popularity of battle royale games such as Apex Legends and Fortnite, I've seen a lot of debate recently come up that casual games are not real games, whatever that means. A game that isn't casual would be battle royale type games such as Apex Legends and Fortnite, or more action-packed games like Borderlands or Call of Duty or Devil May Cry. Just to name a very, very select few. I'm not including MMORPGs as casual games in this video, just because I feel like they are on a line, and while you can play MMORPGs casually, which I do, a lot of people don't, so it's sitting on such a very vague line, which kind of ruined a lot of the footage I wanted to use. I wanted to use a lot of footage of me playing Final Fantasy XIV with my friend, but you know what? Stardew Valley is just as good. So for today's video, we're going to describe casual games as more of lifestyle kind of games like Animal Crossing or The Sims. Or more resource management kind of games like Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley. I don't want to talk about mobile games so much today, but those would also be considered more casual games. I'm a woman and I enjoy Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon. I enjoy Pokemon, which I don't know, there could be some debate that those aren't casual, but they are pretty laid back. And I enjoy MMORPGs, and I know that's extremely shocking to hear. I'm not somebody that enjoys competitive games. I'll play some League of Legends occasionally, but it really stresses me out. I am just not a competitive person. It's not in my blood. I played soccer as a kid a little bit, but it's just not for me. I'm just not competitive. I don't care. I will say that I do enjoy watching people play action games. I'm watching Let's Plays of people playing Sekiro, which I know I'll never play because it'll stress me out. I feel as though there's no argument in the fact that people play action and competitive games for those boosts of serotonin and those boosts of adrenaline.
No! God!
Oh, okay.
When you win an online competitive game, you often feel a sense of pride, you feel a sense of accomplishment and value. Your rankings go up and you just feel very accomplished. In action games, you'll often feel a huge burst of adrenaline as you're kept on the edge of your seat, similar to kind of an action movie. There tends to be a lot of pride on the line for doing very well and getting better at the game, as well as being the best. For me, games such as Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, it's the grind of working hard on a task over time. You're slowly accumulating resources and friendships that eventually lead to a huge profit and a feeling of accomplishment. There's no better feeling than having an automatic farm in Stardew Valley where you're just making unlimited profit while you can explore. The feeling of paying off debts in Animal Crossing so you can have the largest house with the most amount of room to put the most furniture that is aesthetically pleasing, and having a ton of public works projects that your villagers can interact with, and they show you that they're happy even though they don't help you pay for these public works projects, because if they did, it would take years. Many of these games encourage you to work on them daily rather than huge amounts of time at once. This can give you a small break in your daily life. You can play them in huge amounts of time at once, but it's mostly encouraged that you're going to play these for a couple hours every single day. In action games, you'll respawn and you'll have to defeat the enemy that defeated you. There's a lot of mastering combat and a lot of mastering certain mechanics, and there's a lot of trial and error involved, and that type of repetition isn't really that fun for a lot of people. Some people just don't learn that way, or they just don't have the dexterity or patience to die and relearn and die and relearn, and that's why games, casual games such as Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon exist. That's because the objective in those types of games isn't overcoming a virtual obstacle or a victory. The point is to have a long-term virtual commitment. You're not raising your kill-death ratio, you're harvesting some crops, you're not spending hours dying and retrying to kill a boss. You're spending weeks or even months building friendships with the people in your town. That type of gameplay and that type of objective is more appealing to people like me, while fighting to try and get through a mission on hard difficulty is more appealing to people like my boyfriend who has a big ass. God, there's a different type of difficulty to games like these. They may be easier control-wise, but that doesn't mean they're just walking simulators. If you're not good at time management, meter management, or management in general, you're not gonna have a good time in Stardew Valley. I can't even count the amount of Let's Plays I watched of people that aren't used to playing games like Stardew Valley try to play Stardew Valley, and it's the most frustrating thing I have ever watched in my life. It's so frustrating. People that enjoy action games might think it's really, really easy to just knock out 50 floors of the cave in Stardew Valley, but here's the thing, you forgot to water your crops and now they're all dead and you just wasted a ton of money. That's why I find it so satisfying to finally get to that point where your animals are being automatically fed and your crops are being automatically watered, because it took so many hours of management to get to that point where you have earned that luxury. It's a different type of difficulty, similar to how some people dislike trial and error, or they even prefer strategy games, or vice versa. It's because not every type of game and every type of difficulty is going to be fun for every single person. If you feel very accomplished by having a crazy great kill death ratio, or because you're one of the best people at Overwatch, that's great and that's awesome that you feel a sense of pride from those type of games. But I often see people that enjoy those type of games be very hateful towards people that don't enjoy them, and at the end of the day, it's a video game. It's not that serious. I think a lot of people that enjoy casual games would agree with me that there's almost a therapy type effect to them. If you're trying your best, mostly good things will happen to you. You can pass out in the cave in Stardew Valley, but your character's not dead forever. You just lose some items or maybe some money because you get robbed by a certain homeless man. You may slip up at times, but you can always redeem yourself. This type of gameplay really can give a lot of people a sense of control that they may be lacking in their real life. There's no screaming at a monitor, slamming a controller, or profanity. You're just managing a virtual world, and if you do want something specific, you can make it happen if you just put in the hard work and the labor. Most of these titles include the most calming and therapeutic and iconic music ever. Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley have such gorgeous tracks that when I'm editing or whenever I'm playing an MMO or something, I will even listen to the music in my free time. These bright colors and even some pastel colors can give you a sense of immersion that realistic, gritty games just can't give you. Many people rely on these titles for a sense of escapism, a way to relax and de-stress from their daily life. And it's kind of similar to how people play like Battle Royale or action games to kind of de-stress all their built-up anxiety or tension. I feel like we're all playing games for the same reasons, so it really is kind of confusing when people are kind of elitist about casual games not being real. Recently, I have noticed a rise in people expecting content to be specifically catered to them, whether it be a video game or a TV show or a movie or a YouTube channel. It's like, I don't enjoy this, so it's trash. This is actual trash and it's worthless because I specifically don't enjoy it. I've never heard so many people talk badly about Animal Crossing until like the last 5 years. Really though, think about it. I didn't really hear people talk badly about Animal Crossing like a few years ago. It's only until recently that people just think it's the worst, the worst, most boring thing ever. Some people may only enjoy battle royale games. They may only enjoy MOBAs. They may only enjoy action games, and some only enjoy casual games. But I feel like for a lot of people, those lines do intersect. I don't feel like most people only play one type of game. You may have trouble managing your resources in Stardew Valley, but for me, it was really worthwhile, and it was a very nice 200-hour experience. The way we view video games is constantly changing, especially in the last few years, and it's going to keep changing very drastically and very quickly. It's really important to understand that with the rise of MOBAs and mostly battle royale games, because MOBAs have been around for a minute, not everybody wants to play video games to be the best. Not everybody wants to play video games to be competitive. Humans are so incredibly diverse, and just like how we have different interests in hobbies, we have different taste in foods, we have specific taste in video games. At the end of the day, video games are just for fun. They're just a way to consume entertainment, to escape reality. And I think that's really important to understand. So you can enjoy your boom boom shoot 'em ups. I'm good. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your opinions down below. Make sure you check out my Patreon, my Twitter, my Instagram, all of that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe, and if you like the video, please like it. And I hope you guys have a good day, and bye.